Bonnie Lorraine Niederhauser Whatcott passed away peacefully on February 14th, 2026, Valentine's Day, with her beloved husband, Ross Whatcott, at her side. There could be no more fitting day for her passing, for her entire life was defined by love, freely given, quietly lived, and deeply felt. Bonnie was born on April 1st, 1933, in her grandmother Clifford's home in Millville, Utah, to Hiram Niederhauser and Thelma Clifford Niederhauser, though her father always insisted she was actually born on April 2nd. From humble beginnings came a life of extraordinary devotion. Her earliest years were spent in Logan Canyon, where her father operated a logging camp. The family first lived in a tent and later in a trailer her father built. During winter months, when the mill closed, they stayed with her grandmother Elizabeth Niederhauser on College Hill. Family stories tell that due to limited space, they sometimes stayed in the chicken coop rather than the house, an experience Bonnie recalled with simple acceptance and even gratitude. At age 5, the family moved to what was affectionately known as the Old House near the sawmill on Main Street in Logan. Her formal education began in a small 2-room schoolhouse in River Heights. After it burned down during her 5th grade year, she completed grade school in Providence and later graduated from South Cache High School, where she played clarinet in the marching band. Bonnie loved being her mother's right-hand helper while her mother worked in the family business. She tenderly cared for her younger siblings, whom she adored. She is survived by her siblings Janiel, Dean, Terry Irma, and Sandra Bob, and was preceded in death by Delmont Joanne and Gary Geraldine. After high school, Bonnie attended the Agricultural College of Utah, now known as Utah State University, where she continued playing in the marching band. During her freshman year, as she exited the institute building, she waved and said hello to a young man she did not yet know. That young man was Ross Whatcott. He later recalled wondering, "Who's that girl?" A few days later, they went on their first date, and the rest, as they say, is history. They were engaged on March 15th, 1952, married on June 11th, 1952, in the Logan, Utah temple, and began a beautiful partnership that would span 74 years. Bonnie often joked that her friends called her the most married woman they knew. She simply preferred being with Ross over anyone else. The newlyweds moved to Burbank, California, where Ross began his career as an aeronautical engineer with Lockheed Corporation. There, they raised their family and built a home centered on faith, service, and unwavering love until Ross's retirement in 1989. Bonnie is survived by her devoted husband Ross, her children Craig, Heidi of Genola, Utah, Lee Bonnie of Prescott, Arizona, Lynn Susie of Maple Valley, Washington, Carrie Sabrina of Rigby, Idaho, Laura Perry of Provo, Utah, and Lorraine Kendall of Draper, Utah. Her son Stephen Patty of St. George, Utah, preceded her in death. Each child felt certain they were her favorite, and in her gracious way, she made that feel true. A faithful member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Bonnie served in numerous ward and stake callings throughout her life. Yet positions never defined her. Her quiet discipleship did. She loved God and her family with her whole heart, and her life bore constant witness of that love. Bonnie and Ross served missions in Cairo, Egypt, and Riverside, California, where they fed, taught, and embraced all who crossed their path. They later served faithfully in the Los Angeles, California temple and the Bountiful, Utah temple, finding profound joy in sacred service. In their later years, they moved to Bountiful, Utah to be closer to family. Their home became a refuge, especially for grandchildren attending BYU, where home-cooked meals, warmth, and unconditional love were always in abundant supply. All were welcome, all were cherished. Bonnie's life was a gift to everyone who knew her. Each Valentine's Day will now serve as a sacred reminder of the love she gave so freely and so completely. In honoring her, we will strive to love more deeply, serve more willingly, and follow Christ more faithfully. Until we meet again.